Hey, we did it. Fill some hard drives. Greetings and welcome to Die Drunken Die presents Grimstone Chronicles Season 3, Episode 49. I am your host, but not your DM. That responsibility is solely on the shoulders of Adam until this chapter, i.e. module, is done. How's it going, everyone?
It goes.
Yep.
Yeah. We went for Chinese food. It was good. The Chinese restaurants were open. It's Canada Day, so they're like when this is being recorded. So
yeah, happy Canada Day.
It was spotty what was and what was not open. This is the first day of my Canada Day long weekend, where my wife booked the cabin for the American long weekend, not the Canadian one. So I'm going to be working from the cabin for a couple of days.
Well, that's right. Next weekend or something. Or
well, she booked it. She booked it for like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, like leave Tuesday.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she works for a company that's based on American hours, doesn't she?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So she booked it for her long weekend, not mine.
I honestly, dude, I can't believe you got something just booking it this late.
We're friends with the people who do the booking.
Oh,
and it's not a cheap place where my wife books.
My brother's got a trailer, and he was only able to book one spot at a provincial park for one weekend all summer.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
I'm assuming that's just Northern Ontario. Like
So we go all the way out to Quebec. But yeah, no, it's definitely.
Well, hopefully you don't have to fly.
No.
Airports? Nah, they haven't figured it out yet. They forgot apparently how to run it.
They forgot how to run a business where they move thousands and thousands of people every day. Nope. My neighbors, I'm actually getting texts. So you're probably going to hear the bing a few times. My neighbors are having a karaoke party. Apparently, and I just got a text saying that the people who were good at the karaoke have finished their turn. And now the less good people at the karaoke are on their turn.
As long as everyone's having fun, I guess.
Well, here's the thing. I think it's the one door down. It might be two doors down, but we can hear it in our house with all the windows and doors closed easily. To the point where I actually did a sound check to make sure it wasn't coming to the microphone.
No, that's not so bad. If I hear my neighbor singing, I know he's falling off the wagon. So.
Oh no, this was a whole. There was prep and people were practicing and. There was.
I've never heard of people practicing for karaoke. It's usually just trial by fire.
No. This is serious. This is karaoke for the whole neighborhood.
The best practice for karaoke is karaoke. So
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Shower-oke or car-oke is,
Yeah, it never is quite the same.
Unless they're an especially competitive family, like my sister and her family will not outside us this year. We're going to practice. You better hit that E sharp, or I swear to God.
Hit that E sharp. I more care about being in the correct octave.
My voice is going, I'm golden.
Nope. How you doing, Ahmed?
I good. I slept.
Yeah, apparently you forgot how to sleep for a while. It was just
dude, I haven't. Yeah. Oh, it's so good to sleep again. I can think straight. I can yell at my kids without a problem. It's great.
And when their back talk becomes "Dad, go to sleep," and they're right. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good, man. I'm good. I'm all right.
Why don't we do a recap Carberton's way?
Nothing new.
Following the directions of Bomb the Wanderer, the Steelrose Squad follows a magical dwarven pathway to the confluence of foul planar magics and the cause caused by the blight. The squad confronts the guards of the gateway. Los makes contact with a quickling survivor. The party enters an area and notices the Blighted Depths, encountering hordes of corrupted fae and plant creatures. I think we left off kind of in the middle of round 2. We've got haste running.
Yeah, you've wind walked your way into this zone,
Yep.
and we're trying to find a place to change, and you ended up zipping right past a post of guards mingling about, while trying to basically find Groger. The strange.
Los goes, let's go take on those trees. Surely they've heard us. I think we're gonna go and we're gonna gather up, and with the rest of our haste, kind of go and romper stomp this group.
Okay.
I have a feeling we can't beat any of the corrupted things alive. I don't want this group coming. We don't want them coming on our rears when we're fighting a dragon.
Okay. Give me a charisma check from Dee Dee. As Groger is pretty insistent upon taking nibbles out of people, and Dee Dee was trying to convince Groger that it wasn't a good idea to nibble everyone.
Yep.
No, I remember something. I remember someone saying that someone got bit or something like that, and it
Mort
was
got bit,
Dee Dee said it's actually a good thing,
Mm-hmm. So,
and that's what Galthane's or Desaad's going to ask, which is, what do you mean, Dee Dee, by this thing biting you is a good thing?
If it bites you and you die and the wound's still there, you're gonna get reincarnated.
He's like, why don't we have this thing at home?
Yeah, but some of us don't want to be reincarnated.
All right, I need a Twitch chat in order to roll. Out. Here we go. Charisma check. 3
Damn.
of the d20 plus 10. Charisma check, I think luck bonuses apply.
yep.
And then does the competence bonus from a...
It is a fae.
That's a circumstance bonus with Fae, so that's plus 6. And then does the competence bonus, I'm just checking, from a circlet of persuasion apply to checks? I think it might.
On charisma-based checks.
Okay.
Yes.
So, holy crap. 8,
Rolled a
9
3.
plus 19.
So 22.
Yep.
So you are able to basically talk to Groger. Like he's pretty insistent, but you're able to convince him not to bite actively. Like he's trying to, but this is what we. But if you die, then you will be gone. It is better to be back. And he's going on, or she is going on, trying to convince you that it's good to be nibbled. But she's not actively nibbling you.
I think Sulfur also got nibbled. He has a...
Sulfur got nibbled, and yeah, and Dee Dee's like, yeah, Sulfur, just leave that one. It's, don't worry, it'll be fine.
You're likely going to die.
I think Dee Dee's confident in her powers, and between her and Chaga, she'd be able to bring people back. So.
Dee Dee, Phoebe, Chaga, York. They all can bring. They all have the ability to.
And some people like Desaad probably want to stay in their current.
It'd be hilarious to have him come back as, oh, you're a gnome.
You're a dwarf now. Yeah, you're just a dwarf.
Here's a disguise
no.
kit, make the best of it.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, good. So yeah, she's trying to calm him down, and then
Might want to retrain a couple feet.
Let's go join the others. Grover, you stay here. Stay out of trouble, bud.
Okay. But you really should be nibbled. Just a little blessing.
Yep.
Don't want
if
to be
Dugan brings down the wall, we'll join the others.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, you're pretty good at bringing people.
Okay, how many rounds does it take for us to have that conversation and then gather kind of over by the bank here.
4 rounds.
4 rounds.
I'll
Yep.
collect the bag.
Taking a red cap as a club cover.
Club cover. Club cozy.
He shakes it for the bell.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're gathering here. Los is like, let's check on the trees. We don't want these things coming up behind us. This place looks big.
Okay. Give me a perception check for the party.
Sure. I fixed it by doing nothing, so hopefully it's behaving today.
I fixed it by letting nature take its course.
No,
Yeah. No, I got you.
there we go. That looks right. Wow, we had a big party.
Okay.
Los has got a 50, unless we have a good hope running. That's 52. Jugan's got a 45.
Okay. What did Grackle get explicitly?
For what, sorry?
Grackle got a 42.
42?
Yep.
Okay. So, since Grackle was the first one here, do you have Uncanny Dodge?
Grackle? Yeah.
There's something coming out of the nice forest, isn't there?
It's all pretty and clean. How possibly could?
Let me double check. Pretty sure I do. Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. While you were assembling, so you weren't quite in this configuration yet. It was the party was a little bit more separated. A gunky, slimy thing comes slapping out at you from the woods.
Yeah.
It's about the size of your arm. It is yellow and has some pustules on it, and it looks like it's trying to wrap around your neck.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to move Chaga's spells in by 4 rounds. 1, 2, 3.
Touch attack?
It's actually a physical attack.
Okay.
So, AC 39.
No.
This is where that not being flat-footed thing is really useful. Yeah. Okay. Something something tried to slap you from the woods, and it was like it looked like the woods tried to eat Grackle as he was standing there.
There's something in the woods coming at us. Look, Grackle's. I'm gonna back up. I don't know if we're initiative yet, or.
Well, I think this is basically we're starting a round of initiative as there's something happening.
All right, I'm going to remove Blight Barbarians, so I'm just going to put them down at the bottom, just in case you're...
Yeah, keep them around.
Something here is attacking me.
Well, attack it back!
I cannot see it. That is the problem.
We'll get better. All right.
Hey, actually, wait, no. I have seen visibility. That's not it.
Okay, the woods. So the woods...
excuse me?
Initiative +5. And...
Are the trees going to start coming over?
I think they might.
Shambler? Whatever a heart rot tree is?
Yes. So...
Don't worry, we'll turn it into the heart rot cafe.
I don't know.
It was weird.
Yeah.
Weird thoughts.
That was a weird... Marty, your brain short-circuited.
No.
I understand how it got there, but I don't like where it came.
Yep. Just the caffeine.
The caffeine is just doing stuff. Okay.
I'll roll some random numbers for you. between 1 and 20. Paste those in. And assault. Ooh, Dugan grip. Oh, here, I'll paste it, but +5 is a pretty slow initiative pip compared to some of ours.
Yes.
Dugan, what are you doing?
Dugan's gonna fly up into the air, 40 feet. The haste is still running.
The haste is still running. Remember, there's a weird. How high up is that weird mist?
That weird mist actually starts about 20 feet up.
Okay.
It ends up becoming very like giving you mischance on things. It'd be very sickening if you didn't have your life bubble up. It'd be potentially, well, if you had greater knowledge planes, it would be like basically taking on planar effects by going that high. Is effectively what is happening.
All right.
Someone remind me not to cast spells.
I think he needs to get that high just to see over the tree.
Okay. The trees have this like perfect canopy that completely covers what's on the other side. They're lush and beautiful.
Get a fire going in there. Let the blessings of the heat and the flame burn everything away.
Oh, yes, it's suspiciously beautiful.
Sulfur.
Fire burns.
All right, he's just gonna gather power.
Okay.
That was the sod, by the way. He's Galthane, so he sounds very.
Grip is going to wander into the area
Yes.
where Grackle got attacked.
Okay. What are Grippa's senses?
Grippa. Dark vision, 60, low light, and scent.
Okay.
And he got a 36 on perception.
36 on perception. Something from within the trees went out and tried to grab Grackle.
Okay, well, he's going in. So he's flying it. There.
Okay. Does Grippa have any way of communicating? Grippa is making noise and is fighting right now.
Growling noises.
There is growly, fighty, hissy noises from within the wood.
Yeah, he's smart, so he probably has some growls that we know he's fighting.
Make note that we will resolve his attacks once something that can see within the woods has crossed the plane. So there's hissing and fighting, and we'll resolve his attack.
But we can hear it.
Oh yeah. There's definitely sounds happening on this side.
Cool.
Yeah,
There's definitely something inside.
I think the little bugger found something.
Yeah, it certainly sounds like it. All right.
Let it cast its magic against me.
Grackle.
I want a will to disbelieve what's in front of me.
Okay, give me a will save.
What's your will save like, Crackle?
How many of those charmed lives you got?
This might be just, rolling for 20s. Yeah, let's just do it. I'm not going to use a charm life because that shit could be really useful. Not right now.
That's kind of the scary thing about this party. Is
Yeah, nope, it wasn't going to help anyways. As a 1 right there.
two of the big damage dealers have such.
There's something in there for sure.
So you're fairly convinced that there must be something magic going on to make those trees so beautiful and protected, and everything else is so disgusting and horrible. But those are perfect, pristine, non-warped by planar energy trees.
Okay, our haste is down, right?
No, it's still going.
Yep. Okay. As you're coming forward, there are 2 AOOs.
Yep. Well, I don't know where I'm going. I'm moving in. I'll put myself at the edge. I was here, so up to I think here. I don't know where I can see things, but that's 30 feet.
Does the AC 40 hit?
No.
Okay. What was your AC?
48.
Oh my god.
The 47. I'm sorry.
Okay. There's a sound. There's this weird burbling sound. All right. So you get to the trees. You get to the tree line. There's some dense trees. You can try to move through as if difficult terrain if you'd like.
Is this considered like spider webbing?
No.
Okay, so 10 feet. No, that's 40 feet.
Okay.
Someday it'll be better.
All right, Grippa.
right.
There's this giant frog thing with tentacles and eyeballs.
Yeah.
Nesting
One of these
illusionary glen.
All right, so Grippo, when he saw this thing, is raging, and he moved, so he's got 2 attacks.
Yep.
And a haste attack.
Yep. And one of them, Agrippa, you saw it like it started to stick its tongue out, and it basically stabbed right into the tip of a sword. It actually incidentally pulled back in, and it started to vomit and yak.
I think while we were collecting, Bard Song lingered and then went out after 4 rounds.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
that is not active, but Good Hope and Haste are. Grippa's not going to Piranha Strike. These things look big. They might be hard to hit. Rage. AC 41.
Love you. AC 41 hits. Yes.
Okay. Do they have any DR?
You're muted.
Sorry, I've been toggling back and forth. I'm being asked if I want an egg tart, and the answer, of course, I want an egg tart. Should I have? An
Doesn't.
egg tart? I don't know.
God.
What about a damage reduction tart?
So, do you have any elements on your attack?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. It has DR magic.
Okay, well, he's got a magical amulet, so
Yeah.
14 damage, which is minimum,
Okay.
and then a
doesn't like
grapple,
that.
and then a grapple attempt. 2 plus 3 for spells. CMD of 51. I rolled really well.
So Grippa is going to outgrapple the huge grappling aberration.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, you got him.
So when you appear through the trees, Grippa is climbing on its face and just trying to like bite at those stupid time
It's
spell
pulling at its
guys.
eye stalk. Yeah.
All right, and then so that was his first attack, and then his second and haste attack in the grapple. So -5, -2, so basically -7 for the second attack. AC 30,
AC 30 is a miss.
and then -12 would be AC 30. Okay, so he's basically on top of it.
Yep. I grabbed it by the eye stalks and twisted it around. Awesome. All right. Grackle. So you've entered. You've basically you took an action to think about things. You've moved in with some difficult movement. Some things attacked you from the forests. The forests have weird vines that are trying to pull you in. You cross through. It's still difficult terrain, and they have cover in this very heavily jungled, like or heavily forested glen of beauty and serenity. Yes, please.
What?
Not too long. Thank you. And you see one of these massive tentacled frog demon things being thrown by the eye stalks by a ghost.
Let's do this.
By a ghost arm borax. Yeah.
A ghost arm Vorax currently has this frogomyth on his back. It's twisting and tentacles splaying out all over the place.
Bard Song's not running yet, right?
Nope.
No.
Good Hope and Haste are your two buffs.
Good Hope and Haste. So 34.
You should have an attack and a haste attack.
Yeah, I have 2 attacks. 34.
Grippa looks at you. He's like talking and growls and then continues to.
Give me a will save for Grippa.
Oh, sure.
And give me a second will save for
Grackle?
For Grackle. Yeah.
20 for Greco. Or, yeah, 20 for
Natural 1 for Grippa.
Okay. You're in a beautiful, densely wooded region that is beautiful and dense and.
Yeah,
20 for
unless the
Grippa.
trees are over 5 foot thick, then Grippa doesn't care.
20 for Greco. Same thing, I assume.
Yeah, no, it's
Okay.
a beautiful. Everything is correct and nothing is weird.
Does DC 38 hit?
38 does hit the grappled for Gima.
Nice. Eating.
Is this thing critable?
It is.
It is. Okay. Actually, hold on. Does 30 hit?
No,
No.
Grippa was missing with 30s.
Yeah, I'm not going to search. Okay, so 2 hits. Does it take sneak attack? Does it take precision?
Yes, precision, no sneak attack. Like, you're not in a situation unless you have a power that would grant you a sneak
do.
attack. Okay.
I do. For my mythic ability
It can
allows.
be sneak attack. It isn't flankable.
Got you. So because of my mythic
Your first strike has
mythic sneak, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
this applies.
All right, and all right, cool. Except for that, I don't add that. All right. 42, 43, 44. So just +2. Oh, look at that. Okay. So 1 hit, 2 hits. 46 and sneak attack. 131 damage.
131 damage.
First one was sneak.
All right.
If it takes wisdom damage,
If you sneak attack it, it does.
sneak attacks it 4, and it takes 4 wisdom damage.
It got sneak attack once.
Wait, once, so only 2. Sorry.
Okay. Now I need to see what kind of being is this? How bad is this wisdom damage? It is not a genius. Okay.
Rabbit's got this. Knock them all out.
Yeah, there's a whole horde of us that go before them, I think. Capra. Lo's pointing his sword towards the bushes. Get in there!
There are definitely creatures here.
I don't get it. How about no? Capra will bard song and
+3?
It's a +3 bard song.
Yeah.
He will.
Chugga just shrugs. Like he looks like he's ready. Like we're all gonna go in.
Capra will good hope party. That's not Grackle and Grippa's Ghost because they're too far away.
I think Good Hope is already running.
It's already going.
It is not on Matukin.
Is it not? Okay.
It is. It's not on either of my tokens.
No, I don't got it yet. I don't have it either.
All right.
It wasn't.
And then I was cheating with Good Hope up. All right, we have Good Hope up now.
That's okay. All right. So Capra casts the Good Hope.
Okay,
and
I'll take it off mine.
We'll ready his rapid shot.
Give the frog Hemoth 6 damage back.
And 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 from mine.
No, that's from both.
Oh, it's mine. Okay.
All right. So, Good Hope is up. All right. Okay. Good Hope.
And how about a readied with your haste attack just in case you see?
Ready with the rapid shot.
Sure.
So two attacks. Yes. Desaad. Otherwise known as Dassin.
Right, your bard song started as a free.
Yes.
I feel like just leaving this hammer here and coming back later.
Sure, you can leave it there.
The enemy.
But I know the enemy wants this thing so bad that I'm not going to.
Why is everyone hesitating? We have members of our Steelrose Squad in the bushes over there.
All right. The sod.
I can't see what's behind the
50.
trees.
Hey, Crackle, what's behind the trees?
They are very large monsters that are plant-like. That's 50.
Fire burns.
Can he see anything in there?
Okay, what do you mean?
Okay, like can he see, or is still
Right now, there's a wall of vegetation. You can't see through it. Okay, you're going through the difficult terrain.
Yeah. So now it's my second action.
Okay, you can. They've got cover. Give me a will save. As you've now you've interacted with the trees.
There we go. 36.
Okay, the trees are illusory. There's actually a swampy pond back there, and there's a bit of it. Like there's a very minor tree line, but it's actually like a clearing. The trees are fake.
Oh, actually, it's 38, but who knows? Okay, who's counting?
Give me a second. I should be able to.
This is evil illusionary magic. Use your strength of will and look through it. As he throws a shuriken at the well, this one's already grappled. He'll throw a shuriken at this thing, and so he 1, 2, attack 3, and
Just
bluff it.
So what is actually back there is there's a little copse of trees and then actually just a clearing, clearing with stuff.
So I'll roll.
Yeah, we wouldn't walk right past this.
So I don't roll a 1. My actual hit doesn't really matter, but it's plus 20, so
They
34.
also don't have cover or concealment because they're just out in the open.
34 with a ninja star.
34 with a ninja star.
34. Wait, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40.
Okay, you hit it with the ninja star.
It's like a D2 plus something pathetic.
You are just outside threatened range when you did this.
5, 6. Nice.
As in you are. It has a 30-foot reach.
Ninja Star Hucking Dwarf.
Actually, I do decent damage. 13 damage.
Okay, was it a magic ninja star?
No, it's a regular ninja star.
So you do 3 damage.
That's fine, but bluff it, feint it.
Okay. How does bluff work against extraordinarily stupid foes?
I forgot to add something because of the.
I think bluff they needed it at least a 3 int, and then I think there are differences for
types.
For types, yeah.
Right. So it is. So you throw the ninja star at it and you try to head fake it, and it is too stupid to head fake.
Nope, not my fight. Sorry, this is not the fight for me. Dugan and everyone else get in here. Face these evils. Desaad is Golthane, which is like the godlike dwarven dude
the paladin.
the epic. Yeah, that's why he's
Oh yeah.
Over the top.
So you double moved through a ninja star. I think you still have a haste
4
check.
actions.
He
The
has a- he has a-
attack was the haste, and the feint was the attempt.
Oh, I
Okay.
see. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Mort.
More.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay. As Mort is moving in,
He was told that this was an illusion.
okay, they do have combat reflexes. AC 43 and AC 38.
38 won't hit. 43 flat-footed does.
Okay.
There's more damage.
Because I'm assuming he can't see them through the illusion. That's the,
Right.
right.
Yes.
Do you have uncanny dodge? No.
Okay. You
Molt's
get
weakness.
you
Minus
get
4 to his offense.
Right,
It's his weakness.
all right, so you get slapped with a sticky, icky tongue for 29 damage,
Okay.
and then it tries to grab you around the neck and pull you towards something you can't see.
I was going there anyway.
It's pulling you in the right direction. Let's 56 on the grapple check.
Yeah, that makes it holy crap.
Okay, so Mort, you basically around here, you get yoinked.
It's the Dark plan.
Okay, so I think that was one move action to get you to this position.
Yeah, I guess I'll try to break the grapple. I think I got a 56 so far. Yes. Got good hope and haste.
Yep.
44.
How much did you get?
44.
44. Why do you have two 1d20s?
Oh, so sorry. I guess
So 40.
40. Yeah.
Okay. It's a hard surge. It has a very big mouth, and it's pulling you towards a very big mouth.
I'll save it. I'm not that worried.
Okay.
Plus. No. Okay.
Mort! Give me a will save as you've basically been pulled through
Oh,
the
right.
tree.
Yes.
Does he get a +4 because he's told?
Has
that-
been told. Yeah.
You've been told, yep.
All right. So plus. And 30.
Yeah, well, yeah, the trees are fake as shit. There's a bunch of big frog monsters behind
It's
you.
all bullshit.
Yeah, there's there's one beside you that has a tongue that's bleeding. It still looks like it's fighting, but it's somebody cut its tongue. All right, Los.
Don't worry, I'll save you fools. Los can see Mort's butt hanging out a little bit.
You can see Mort's butt. You can see Mort's butt, and you can see where his tongue is sort of being. His head is being
dirty
baked
wings
in.
flapping like
Yeah,
a
we're gonna
pigeon.
end up beside Mort.
Okay, they are out of AOs.
Okay. Oh, the big ugly things. It's the froggy things. Los is going to attack the one that is grappling Mort.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, we'll miss that one.
I can't be shocked that the plant creatures always go last. They're plants.
No, they're,
Big and slow. Yeah.
they're plants. You're lucky they move. Period.
Okay, AC 32. I rolled a 2.
Let me just check to see. So you miss. You miss by 4 with the grapple.
With the grapple, huh? Okay. All right. We'll save you, I swear. Second attack, AC 31. Rolling like Modron. I'm not named Ahmed.
Yep.
Nat 20. There we go.
Oh, sorry, master.
Can they be critted?
It can be critted.
Okay. Plus 5 minus 14. Chances are low, but AC 31 is not high enough. All right.
Nope.
Regular hit. The conductive rune will go off as well as my mythic sneak attack.
Cool.
We were piranha striking, and we didn't have the blade spirit up, so that's why we had an additional -4 in there. That's the spells. Bard Song. All right. It got struck for 72 damage. It has 7 bleed, and it needs to make a fortitude save, DC 28 against the aging damage if it takes this.
These beings, yada yada yada, taste their surroundings, yada yada yada, perpetually ill-tempered, yada yada, yada yada. Eat dinosaurs, yada yada.
Okay. Casing you off?
Yeah, no, this thing, yeah, they get old and they die. They're gross, but they do get old and die.
Good.
Okay. 29 on the fort save?
Okay, so it made it so it takes an additional 20 damage for a total of 92 damage on the strike. 7 bleed.
It doesn't like you,
Mm-hmm.
but it's going to eat Mort first. Additionally, it doesn't care about disease, which is important because it's going to eat Mort here. It's one of the few beings that would actually eat Mort. All right, Chaga.
Ooh, my. Chaga's
Mort, pull it out of the woods so I can shoot it.
Chaga's gonna float over beside the sod. Is he interacting with the illusion at that point?
You have to try to go through the difficult terrain to interact. Like one more square.
Another step.
One more square. Okay.
Is it actual difficult terrain or is it?
It's
illusory?
if you figure out it's an illusion, it's not. But if you don't
Oh,
figure out
okay,
an illusion, it
okay.
is.
Chaga's got a boss will save.
His will save is ridiculous. Watch the one.
Untargeted clerics will save.
23 plus Good Hope.
Don't roll one.
He gets a 42 on his will save.
Yeah.
Against
This
might
is,
affecting.
it's yep. Yeah. No. This is illusion.
Yeah.
This is a very interesting illusion. It's a good illusion. But it probably would have been more apt before some time ago. It's probably pretty old because somebody tried to make something look hidden, but everything
Okay.
around it changed.
Chaga feel threatened at all, or?
Do you feel threatened? You are within the range with which people have been whapped with tongues.
Okay.
This one over here that has its tongue is bleeding. You definitely could be grabbed by it, but the other ones seem to be grappled currently. So,
All right. Chaga's going to wave the rod of the godly harvest. He's going to activate one of the maximize charges.
ooh,
Uh,
what you maximizing?
he is maximizing a 3rd level spell called Mind Thrust 3.
Huh. Who you thrusting?
He's going to thrust the one that is grappling Mort.
Mort, this being has bad breath.
Bring it out. Actually, might not notice because I think I got.
I think you got life
Life
bubble
bubble,
up. So.
yeah.
Give me a second. All right. Do I get an AO?
You do not provoke an AO because the being who is threatening you is out of AOs this round.
Okay. Then my math of Mind Thrust 3, which does 10d8 plus 10 because of a power. So that's 90 damage. Will save for half. Does it have if it has SR, we need to roll that.
It does. Give me a second. I believe it has a star. Let me. I need to figure out. It's a hit dice based template. Come on, this one. No SR.
Okay. Will save is DC 23.
Will save. DC 23.
Oh, the big monster that you also said wasn't a genius. Let's give it a hard time.
Rolls a 3. Yeah, it does
All right,
not have a plus 20.
It takes 90 mental damage.
182. Give me a second. Let me just check.
You divine the most vulnerable portions of your opponent's mind and overload it with a glut of psychic information. Zonk. It has an intelligence score. It's just not above.
It
It doesn't have a nil intelligence score.
No,
right?
it's not.
Okay.
It's not nil.
Right.
It's.
I'm overloading it with a glut of psychic information then for 90 damage.
You're blasting it with a bunch of strawberry.
Whatever it seems, whatever confuses it.
Rhubarb.
Oh, rhubarb.
All right. It doesn't die from massive damage. Okay. Yeah, you've done a number on this one. It's going to eat the pain away when its turn comes around.
Yeah, and Chug is also defensive.
DD.
DD. she looks at Capra. She shrugs, and is gonna. Oh, does she fly in? Everything all right over there?
Be careful, they try to grapple you.
I can teach you. Oh, okay.
They got Mort. But I will free you, Mort. Don't worry.
Is she fine? You don't need to freedom?
He's fallen into my trap.
Okay, she was gonna fly over and give Mort freedom of movement, but Mort's fine. She's just gonna fly out to the middle here, just so she can provide some emergency healing. If Mort looks like he's gonna die, she's gonna ready an action to channel positive energy healing.
Okay. Right. Okay. Right. So that is DD with the ready action. The woods. The woods have eyes and tentacles and mouthy bits. All right. So the one that's got the Mort is going to bleed 7. Which is going to be a problem. And is going to swallow Mort whole.
Does Mort have a knife?
Yes, Mort carries a knife.
Did Mort not
it's
learn
important.
from Zogel? Well, you weren't there to learn from Zogel.
Okay, so it's sucking you down as a free action at the beginning of its turn, because it started with you in a grapple. You didn't escape on your turn, although I don't know if it gets the +5 because you didn't. It wasn't a full round. Do you know that off the top of your head, Mark?
Usually Usually you get the full round. Yeah, usually we wait till after the person's full round to grant the.
Because it caught you as an AOL, so I don't think it gets.
Yeah, it's a weird kind of.
That's
it's a gray area. Do what you want.
it's fine. It's gonna suck you down. Down you go. Or not. Does a 41 slide you down the mouth hole?
41 does not.
Okay. You slip out of it. You slip out of its tongue, covered in blood and
one
saliva.
leg is still in the thing's mouth. Mort's got his club sideways in its mouth or something.
It's instead, because it can't swallow you down, is going to grapple to maintain the grapple. 55.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're still stuck in its mouth and it's chewing on you. Doing 2D.
Probably bite damage.
Yeah. 23 damage. And it's chewing on you, and it's got one extra action. It's getting stabbed. It doesn't like being stabbed. What can we do? See, the thing is, you're not like you don't smell like food. You don't look like food. You don't act like food. That doesn't look like food. My tongue is busy, so I can't grab Dee Dee from here. She's a little bit too far away anyway. Although they do have the lunge feat, which is fun. They actually have a 35-foot range when they want to.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so
large animals, long arms, lunge.
it could lick Grackle from here, but its tongue is busy with Mort. It's going to swipe at Los, I think.
Bring it!
And it has multi-attack. It did a grapple check, so it would be -5.
Multi-pass.
No. Got that?
No. It has to use it. It has to use a different limb. And it can't multi-attack this round because it grappled you. If you would have swallowed you, then it would have been able to full round something, but it didn't. You are too meaty boy to go tell.
Oh, a big tub of swampy lard.
Okay, it's trying to take a whap at Los. AC 38.
Missed by 2.
Okay, it's not a mythic being that can surge.
Oh, you almost got me. I'd be afraid if I was still alive.
Is everything all right in there?
Oh, yeah, we're having fun in here.
Okay, let me know if you...
Mort's making out with one of them.
Don't get cooties! Don't give it cooties!
Did Dee Dee start her song?
No.
Nope.
Dee Dee's got a ready to action to heal.
So we're at +3s, right?
Yep.
The other ones. Okay, so one is going to take this one here. All right. You've got 2 people. It's going to roll a D3 because it wants to eat something. Can't quite reach Dee Dee. Can reach Grackle. Can reach Chaga. Can reach the Great Gulthane. So it's going to roll a D3. 1 Grackle, 2 Chaga, 3 Gulthane. Uh, 2 Chaga.
Defensive Chaga with mirror images.
Okay. It is trying to lick you, and it's bleeding from its tongue, so it has a...
Didn't put up a free movement. Awesome.
You got
AC,
the mirror images.
AC 47.
Oh God.
Oh, make
So
grapple
defensive
punch.
adds 3.
Yep.
His AC is, get this, with his tower shield is 44, with haste is 45, with defensive
48.
48.
Okay.
We came within 1, so I think it.
Nope. And your images appear to be completely fine.
Oh, it can see. Oh. Oh, you want to be next, do you? Waving the rod at him.
Okay. The rest of its attacks are going against Los. Which are 4 tentacles.
Yeah, Los has a worse AC than Chaga currently.
AC 34, AC 30, AC 37, AC 38.
Nope. AC 39 without spells.
Okay.
Oh, you almost got me there! You almost got me! He's dancing and weaving and poking at it.
Okay, the one being grappled by Grippa thinks this is the biggest pile of bullshit. It's the biggest bullshit that's ever been bullshitted. So it's going to attempt to break the grapple.
Okay.
It is the grappler here.
Mm-hmm.
44?
It would be 41 with raging becomes 42.
Does Bard Song help?
Give me a second.
Haste helps. But
Right,
if it's
right,
hasted.
Haste becomes 43. So I think he broke the grapple.
Okay. So
Oh, wow.
spent in action breaking the grapple.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I've got this grackle. I've got this chaga. I've got this go thing.
43 and haste is 44, so he got the DC.
Barely.
Yeah. He eventually shook him off.
Almost could get DD. In fact, could get DD if it really wanted to. I'm going to roll a D7. On a 7, it's DD. 1, 2, Grackle. 3, 4, Chaga. 5, 6, Gulthane. 7, it's just going to go eat DD.
Yep.
No. Grackle. Right here. It's easy.
The thing doing 100.
Come on.
All right. So it's going to eat Grackle.
Mark, this is a warm-up fight, I have a feeling.
You have to feel good about yourself.
Oh, no. A warm-up fight that is strangely taking a long time.
You gotta feel good about yourself. Everybody's winner here.
That damn illusion.
AC 37. It'll then try to bite one more time, or tongue you one more time. AC 37. So it's just okay. All right. That was the woods. Sulfur. Somebody was yelling about burn stuff in the woods. Sulfur can't see nothing. He was told it was an illusion. Sulfur is going to try to disbelieve the illusion.
Good
As I
boy,
said.
Sulfur.
He said it was an illusion. All right. So, yes, he also gets the 40 will save of look at me, I'm a priest. He is displeased. There's no trees to burn with his fire.
The Claranger. The Oranger. Oracle Ranger.
Oranger.
Yep.
The Mad Oranger.
He's kind of.
He is kind of orange. All right, so
I think he can clip all 3 of them with a fireball.
I think he can too.
Yeah.
I think we're just doing because he used an action to see through.
Yep.
He's just gonna chuck a normal fireball.
Boy.
Okay.
Oh, way to go, Sulfur. You saw through the illusory trees.
Fire burns.
They're probably an offense to Sulfur. Trees that don't burn?
Fire burns. Okay. All 3 fail their reflex saves. It's not intensified because he didn't have enough actions to intensify. 40 damage is still pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Above average. He did 120 damage to our foes.
Okay.
Awesome.
So 229, 40.
Especially if he drops the one that's doing the tentacle two-step with Mort.
Okay.
I think it's got a few more hit points. My guess.
Mort, you've been let go.
Okay.
You having fun there, Mort?
Oh, part of the plan.
Is it down or is it still up?
It's unconscious.
Okay.
It's not dead. Okay, yeah, this thing, it let you go. You're still kind of stuck in its mouth. You have to pull your way out. Yeah, all right. That was Sulfur. Surprise! Well, there's a bunch of stuff happening. No. I'm just going to roll a percentile. Okay. Right. Trees. Give me a second. Airspeeds.
Oh, the things from the first little area that we whipped through are on the initiative sheet.
I think we agitated the shamblers.
Hey, Sulfur, down there.
It's gonna take them a while to get here.
Yeah. All right. That is top of the round, Mr. Smurf.
He can't see any enemies from where he is, I don't think.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dugan's not flying in there, so.
You don't have freedom of movement up, do you?
Nope.
Yeah.
Come on. Why don't you fly in here with the things that have line
Giddy
of
thinks
sight?
he's safe right now.
Dugan thinks he's safe over here, right in the middle.
Yep.
Hey, you see the trees coming?
Oh, not yet. I'll just get 80 for him. And he starts gathering power again.
Dugan acting like an anime character.
That's basically what it looks like.
Shit flying everywhere.
Shit flying everywhere. I meant a little tornado. Yeah. Grippa.
Dugan.
Dugan.
Alright. Grippa shakes off being thrown off the Frogamoth and like the little badger he is, comes right back at it. Because this is fun to Grippa right now, because Grippa hasn't even been injured.
These things have been ignoring the ghosts.
Yep. Alright, 2, we've got a really good bard song. The Good Hope didn't get Grippa, correct?
Nope.
Okay. We're going to attempt to Prana Strike. AC 36.
Missed by 2.
Oh no. Do I have all the bonuses in there?
Good hope.
No, he didn't have Good Hope. We have the +3 Bard Song and the... Oh, I forgot his
Ace.
Rage. His Rage is a +2, so AC 38. All right, no DR, you said. Rage and Bard Song. All right, it takes 24 damage.
Okay. It is very wounded.
And the grapple attempt. 3 from Bard Song, 2 from Rage, 1 from Haste is 39.
39.
He's not in the Good Hope, yeah.
You're a little bit low.
Okay, he'll take his second attack and his third attack. Second attack is AC 24.
Nope.
+1, -4, +2, -20. Okay. Third attack, AC 31.
Nope.
Haste attack, AC 19. All right. So Grippa tried to grab a hold of it again and got shook off, and he's trying to crawl, scratch his way back up big tentacles, but he keeps on getting flipped off.
Okay. Grippa doing significant damage. Grackle.
It is time for you to finally die. Skin through this thing.
Grippa agrees with you and gave you a little. He can understand Imperial Common. He's got a 4 int, so
Good man.
I'm gonna kill it. He's like, yeah.
That's a sentence. The intent of that sentence was pretty clear.
Yeah.
So the Bard Song is up. 3, 4. Is that 35? There we go. Let's see if I crit it. Oh, I crit it.
Okay. Describe how you kill it.
Oh, it's the anime thing where he just cuts like right through the center.
Okay, you split the eye stalk in twain. It goes straight down the mouth. You end up with it's opening up like a flower, then in a spray of green and red blood.
Okay, so that was the first attack. Then he's going to. These things aren't flankable. Do I realize this or not?
You haven't been in a flanking position yet, so you don't know
Okay,
this.
so
Additionally, you don't know that the trees are fake. So it's still it's difficult terrain to move around. Like you think you're running through a forest.
Okay, so that's an action for him. So 1, 2. He has 2 actions left. He's going to attack there.
Okay. This thing will stupidly take its AOO.
Okay.
Nice.
32. It misses.
Ooh. All right. Now you will pay with your life. 36. Is there a flanking bonus or not?
There is no flanking bonus.
No flanking bonus. Does 36 hit?
No. Missed by 2. The little eye stalk in the middle wraps into like a little
Nope.
tri-eye thing to see it all.
No, miss.
Okay. All right.
Hey, that first one's pretty decent kill.
Hey, is that you back there, number 2?
I'll show you a number 2. I mean, you are number 2. Stop confusing me.
Okay, Capra's going to take 1 action to move up to the rest of the crew. He's then going to take an action to try to see through the illusion. Actually, so let's check the distance here. So this really dim, hazy light. There's mischance, but he ignores mischance. He'll take an action to look through to see through the cloud. All right. Are you sure? Oh, I see it now. Okay, I got it. Oh, I had me there for a second. Okay, Capra is going to pelt the Froghemoth with arrows. His arrows, a bunch of the energy damage from his arrows don't apply. Although something within the arrow itself is like slowing the beast down to a crawl. He's not certain what.
Because he's got all 4 of the.
He's got all 4 elements. So there's a whole bunch of the elements don't seem to apply, but something in there is making it slow.
Those arrows must look absolutely ferocious.
Okay. Hit, and then the rapid shot or the haste attack is a miss. Doing 120 damage, so 160. Okay, and it is slowed. It didn't burn properly. Or melt.
I can't see it.
Well, it's not real. Just look through
Yeah, but
the pretty trees. Or, actually, Dee Dee, you probably just don't worry about it. There's pretty trees there. They're happy.
Yeah, it's the prettiest thing in here.
Exactly.
Why would you want to ruin it?
Don't think about it. Just don't think about it. Desaad.
Okay, Desaad, being Galthane's kind of getting to his head. Our champions, deal with these miserable cretins. Archers, face our enemies to the south. Good work, Captain.
Chugga raises an eyebrow and lets him have it.
I still prefer this to the guy who keeps trying to break your kneecaps.
Don't let him hear you say that. He takes a move to get out of there.
Okay, where were you?
I was here.
Okay.
He moved this way.
Okay.
He steps out. He's going to drop the hammer and turn into a troll.
Cool.
Time to regen some points.
Nice.
Now, I did not drop the hammer on my foot. I dropped the hammer on the ground.
Mort.
Yeah, Mort's gonna take aim at the last one standing there. AC 47.
Yeah.
Can the troll fire
AC
pistols?
39.
Yep.
38 is.
The troll can fire pistols? Large pistols?
Yeah, your pistols got big.
Your pistols are big now.
Oh, this is stupid.
And
All right.
44 and 42.
I'll be back. I gotta put the kid to bed. Won't be
Give
long.
me a describe what you do to the being with your club. All right then.
Excellent description.
Thank you.
For those of you who are listening to this like a podcast, there was visuals.
I should do some creative writing, I think.
Yeah, so you furiously pound the thing. You furiously pound the thing to paste.
You fit the medium that we're telling the story in. It's perfect.
All right. Okay. It appears to be mostly quiet in this pleasant glen or this horrific scape of. Give me 1 second. There's a soft chirping and sound of croaking frogs, an earthy smell, and algae-choked pools. The chirping sounds of songbirds and croaking frogs. For those of you who've made their perception check or their will save, that's all fake. That's not. There are no happy frogs or little birds with their nests and their little babies and all that. And no, this place is death, decay, rot, and fungus.
Okay.
I think Los is going to search around this place to see if these things had any treasure, incidental or otherwise.
Okay.
And maybe the rest of the group forms a line and starts pelting these stupid tree beasts before they actually close into range.
Okay. All right. Give me your perception check, Los. Mark, if you could align your firing squad.
Sure. Yeah, oh, that's DD. I don't think they sleep. So. Let's do less. I think we'll save fireballs unless they start getting too close.
63 on the perception.
Okay. You find in the soil a powerful looking rod.
Okay.
It appears to it might have had something to do with the illusion here. It does look it looks of fey craft. Like it's a little bit small for a rod. Like it would be a tiny creature's like rod to whack something, like in terms of the weapon size of it.
Hey, Grackle, you wanna fish this out? He'll fish it out with his telekinesis, but it plumps down at the feet of Grackle.
It's a size. It's like a magic rod the size of a chopstick.
That's magical.
Ahmed is currently away, so Grackle's not the respondent character.
I think Grackle just scoops it up, puts it in a bag, and we added.
And now Grackle's cursed with the curse of the mummy.
Perfect. All part of my plan.
Okay. What is the DPR of the ranged characters?
Dugan is doing 141 around.
Okay. Assuming Capra hits decently and they don't have ridiculous levels of resistances, he's doing 140. He's doing 250 or so.
Okay.
Assuming like normal hits. Who else is in the ranged crew?
I think that Dee Dee doesn't think the plants are going to go to sleep, so she's not.
Fireball, which is maybe, I don't know, for plants.
Sulfur is moving.
Sulfur's Sulfur's there. Sulfur's doing an AOE 60 damage.
Okay. Chuck will tap Sulfur on the shoulder if he's cast more than one. Like, who back?
Okay. You are able to fell the trees before you. Everybody give me one round of attack rolls. Let's see if there's something horrific happens. Like Capra shoots Dugan by accident or something.
It will not happen a third time. Sweet pigs.
Right, the trees bear down on you because Dugan and Capra are firing at each other.
Fuck you! Fuck you, winner! It's the last time!
And hit me without your bow.
Oh, bastard! No, Capra 14, 14, 17, or 14, 17, 11, 15, 15. Capra has a solid round of attacks.
Okay.
Okay, one intensified fireball, a round of attacks from Capra, a couple rounds of attacks from Dugan. You fell these trees as they shamble towards you with their tree-like intellect and blind malevolence and violence. Give me a knowledge nature check from anyone who cares.
I don't. Probably not going to make a difference, but that 141 included sneak attack, and I just realized they're plants, so.
Dee Dee gets a 29 before AIDS total.
Okay. This heart rot tree, these plants are like twisted plants that can grow in the harshest conditions. They're usually a sign of a diseased wood. They are, they do have a disease upon them, and it's not dead. It's dead, but it's not dead. It will grow back.
Is it the fungal rot that's on it, or is it something else?
This one has, so traditionally they have a separate disease. You'd have to go take a look to see if this one has anything special about it.
How far do they make it into the clearing?
this thing got felled back here.
That big ugly tree in the back is a sign of a rotten and diseased realm. I mean, a perfectly fine realm that.
She's looking at Mort while lying.
I mean, it's perfectly fine. You don't want to go over there and nibble on its bark. Damn it!
I'm just gonna go grab a toothpick. We're just gonna grab a piece of that tree to put in his mouth.
Okay.
So gross. Does this thing bleed out?
Yes, that one bleeds out.
Okay,
Yeah, it bleeds out within a round. Okay. If you let Mort go play with it, yeah.
Mort doesn't want to waste time. He just really does want to grab a piece of bark and just chew on that for a bit, and we'll go.
Okay. Make a note about heart rot on your sheet.
Heart rot? Okay.
Yep.
Which way are we going to go? Was there a passage this way as well when we went by, or?
Yeah, no, there was a passage that way.
All right. And there is also a little area that way.
Yep, there's a river flowing this way.
Which
and
way?
apparently, at the head of the river, there's supposed to be a Nereid.
Because I think the find the path led us to.
The find the path led you here because you're looking for Groger's clearing.
And we found this thing that we highly doubted is going to provide any tangible help and information that is basically let me bite you. Okay. I think we're gonna go around this way and see what's over here.
Okay. All right.
I don't think we're at a point yet. We're chugging mythic points to get another find the path. Like we're just gonna explore. Okay. We can always wind walk out of here and rest.
Okay, if you can move the tokens on the map, Marty. That'd be cool.
Yep.
All right. So D1, just to now that we're revisiting.
Mort,
I got a new Kevin.
you found the grossest, sloppiest part of that tree, didn't
Yeah, it's both fuzzy and slimy.
Fully in the grips of the dark blight, this clearing is surrounded by looming trees covered in withered bark, less now than there was when you first came through, viscous slime, and crisscrossing ropes of sickly green fungus. Most of that fungus followed you down the way and is currently burning in a pile. Between the trees stands an enormous mold infestation splattered with black mushrooms, furred fungus, and filth carpets the floor. That is the tree that is now dead. There's a scent of vegetative decay and rot permeates the air. All right, this trail bends.
We'll take a look around here just to see if there's anything worth grabbing.
Okay. In this region, no.
Los splitting around and having a look.
There's a strange scroll in this clearing.
A scroll?
Yep. This is a diminutive scroll.
This is nothing. Big giant eyes, you can't read it anyway.
Be careful, it could be a trap.
But an Atomy? No, people wouldn't do that. People love us. Not like ghosts.
Okay.
You ask me, I think those Quickling guys are superior.
Can they fly?
Well, I'm sure they can cast spells and fly. Imagine a Quickling ghost.
You mean a dead
You hear in the very faint distance, I can't imagine it quickly.
Yeah! What was his name again?
Wendell.
Wendell! like Los is so excited about Wendell. You couldn't find him, and they're super quick. Yeah, that's Los wants to try.
Fuck off, windmill!
And then Wendell's such a Canadian name that you struck a bunch of chords there, Adam.
His last name may as well be Poutine.
Whoa. Who killed all
Ahmed,
those things?
what did you do with the hammer? Did you pick it back up?
Yeah?
Are you in troll form with the hammer, or?
Oh. I heal. I stop healing. I turn into Golthane, pick up the hammer.
Okay.
Stop trying to catch me on little legal things.
You were still in troll form on Maptool, that's why I was asking.
No, he changes.
All right, after we point out the scroll, we're gonna los the stealth and loot squad is taking the lead.
Oh, the music scroll.
All right.
Yeah, I already added it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. There's some
Okay.
highlighted stuff in the party here.
As you enter a clearing, spongy black tendrils grow up and down over tumble-down marble walls of a building that once stood in this clearing. Here and there, through the greasy fungus bits of former glory shine through broken mosaics and gilded decorations. This is a very fancy-looking building that seems to have been destroyed.
Is this Faye? This is the stealthing perceiving group. Yeah.
Did Golthane fully heal?
How hurt were you?
50. So
50?
10 rounds.
10 rounds? It would have been like 6 rounds.
Okay. So 20 damage. Got it.
Mort needs healing, eh?
Yeah, more.
So Dee Dee would have looked at Mort while.
No,
While
just
we
asking
were
to know how
firing.
much damage I have, yeah.
There's that thing where he takes that whole lump of bark into his mouth so it doesn't touch Dee Dee. Okay, alright.
Still gross.
There's a darkness in around this temple, particularly above, like a dark cloud hangs above this destroyed palace.
All right, this is for anyone in the party who wants it. 37 healing from a channel. Nice. From Dee Dee.
From one channel?
She'll exclude sulfurs.
Yep. And
Is there a way to not heal that one damage from?
if you overheal him, I don't think you can.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to exclude sulfur because she can exclude people.
Let's see what you become, bud.
She heals Mort, but she's aiming the healing at the wounds from the whaps and not from
Yeah.
the little bite.
Just a little bit more?
A little bit more.
Okay.
She's going to stick the healing wand into the spot where the thing bit him, not into the
The big bite,
yeah,
not
the
the
big
little
bite, not the little bite. Yes.
Yeah.
She'll burn a charge from a 1. That's 5 healing.
There you go.
Maybe not one of those.
All right, one more, but that's it. We gotta conserve.
You can give me a sense motive if you want.
Okay, sure. You can get one too, I think.
She gets a 38 on her bluff.
38. I don't think you can beat that.
Okay, she's.
She's learned the Fey ways.
Oh, against Faye, it's an additional 5. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, he'd have to roll a 20 to get that.
Okay.
Actually, good. 37. All right.
Hey man, instead of 50 damage, you got 5.
Yeah.
90% of your healing, 90% effectiveness. Come on.
Are you okay, Deshaun? Yep, okay.
Chris, I'm fine. I'm fine.
All right, stealth crew is going to go and start looking at some of these ruins and do a little Widdershin circle around the.
Give me
Around
your
the way.
stealth checks.
Hey,
If it's relevant, just a reminder, you're gonna suppress part of it.
yeah, Grippa for this will be in the in the can. Because I think he's the worst stealther.
See stealth checks?
He's at plus 45. He'll be in the can anyways, just easier that way.
Ooh, 67 from Desad. Or Grackle, I mean.
58 from Los.
Dugan's gonna fast stealth. So take the minus 10, get to 66.
Okay.
Well, Los is fast stealthing, but he has the rogue talent, so you can.
Right. Minus
You
10.
give yourself-
When it's that high, it's like, okay.
No, you gotta have you gotta stealth the dragon, Mark. That
When
one
the dragon's there, I'll go half
that
speed.
one foe per chapter arc. Creatures.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Yeah, I'll just roll the tool. Perception, Grimstone, Chronicles, South. Los has got a 53, Dugan's got a 52, and Grackle's got a 41. Oh, sorry, Grackle wasn't in the Good Hope, 39.
Okay. In the surprise round, so you're searching through the place. Move your tokens through the space as you're giving a
Yeah, we're
search. around.
we kind of pause a little bit probably at these little ruins.
So there's
We pause a little bit at this, what looks like a walkway or a trail.
there's a passageway to another area.
Okay.
As you're sneaking very sneakily through
Yeah,
the
we'll
space.
take a look down it and then.
About here, so there's a bunch of crumbled ruins, a bunch of fine like wooden crafting. It looks like there was a large tree that was had a marble bark that sort of made up the heart of this place. That seems to have crumbled with disease, like it's rapidly aged. This could be 1,000 years of decay, or it could be 1 year of one really rough year. It's very difficult to understand with the planar pulls and ties. There is sounds coming from above you that you do hear as a spell goes off. Perhaps two. Los is pretty confident there was two spells. A cone of brilliant light sort of just encompasses your area.
Okay, he's warning the folks back at that are in the telepathic bond.
Well, we can
and we
see
will-
it, can't we?
Spellcasters, two of them.
Nope, can't see them. And let's roll an initiative. Okay, we'll call them Guardians.
Was it the same voice?
No, this spellcasting, it was,
Should hope less than.
Oh, Los got a 34 on the first spell and a 24 on the second spell with spellcraft. 34 would be 15, 9. Is that 9th or 8th? 16 plus 15, 31. Yeah, he got.
Roll a d2.
9. What's that?
Roll a d2 so that we know which.
2.
Something cast prismatic spray
On
Amazing.
us.
on you. Yep.
Okay. Prismatic spray is what he's yelling in the telepathic bond.
What is that?
Very bad magic.
All I see is a rainbow.
Yeah, there's a rainbow coming.
Should we not look into the light?
All right, so you need an initiative. Is
And
what
then
you're saying.
the other one, you were too busy talking about the prismatic spray to.
Okay.
Yeah, because prismatic spray.
So, what did you want us to roll?
Nothing
Don't say
at this
wisdom.
point in
Don't
time.
say wisdom. Don't say wisdom.
Uh,
Well, charmed life for sure. That shit's going off.
Well, it depends.
Depends on what's coming up.
Like we do have protections against some of it. We currently have a resist acid and sonic up, so there's a chance that
If it's something that's reflex, I'm probably gonna not use my charm life.
Yeah.
If it's the will save or be teleported to another plane, maybe you should use it.
Dugan's got Good Hope, Grippa doesn't, Grackle doesn't, Capra, Desaad, and the rest do.
Okay.
Does anyone have any other mods to their initiative? Looking at
Give me a second. Did Capra chug a lug his mutagen?
what's the bonus on his mutagen?
2. Yeah. Mutagen on Capra.
And are you done adding to the initiative sheet? You want me to add numbers?
Yeah, I think that should be good for now.
Okay. Random assortment of numbers being added. Bloop. Your vine's got a good. Didi Grippa, Dugan, Grackle, Los, Vines, Sulfur, Guardians, Capra, Mort, Assad, Chaga, Surprise.
Yeah. So the Guardian, the surprise round, the Vines are surprised. The surprise is surprised. The party is surprised. Okay, the cone of brilliant colors encases a spotlights or highlights the area with which the party resides. And
This is bad. It's something saw through us and is now whipping 7th level spells at us.
Yeah, Dugan probably would have been fine if he wasn't following your ass.
The glowy ghost.
we'll go with Grackle first. Grackle, I need a D8.
Yay!
Make us roll it.
So that's almost me.
4.
4. Okay.
Your butt falls off.
No.
Crap.
Well, this. Do you have delay poison up? Are you immune to poison?
Well, I am not immune to poison, but communal delay poison, yes.
Okay. Make a note that you are poisoned. Give me a fort save. Just give me a fort save right now.
Can't I save that shit?
We can save and then it will. Sorry.
Is this spider poison?
So it is not a spider poison.
Eventually. Someday, Owen. Someday.
Give me a
Use your fort save.
Give me a fort save for this.
Yes.
Rolls a 1.
36.
36. Okay. You're not going to die when the delay poison ends.
That's good. It's a good thing.
Okay.
Oh, you got hit by the green beam.
All right.
I want to throw up, but I just swallowed
Los,
it back.
give me a D8.
I don't want
What would be a good number for you?
That would be a good number. There are a couple good in there.
Yeah.
Look at that. 2. I knew it. So you want 2d7s or what do you want?
Did you get an 8? Oh yeah, 2d7s. Yeah.
Okay, 3 and 4.
So the 4s.
All right. You are immune to 4.
Yep.
And I need a reflex save for 3.
Oh, you got green, and then he touches Grackle, gets the green on it. He's like, oh! And then the yellow beam, which is a bunch of what is that one? Is that an acid or-
Electricity.
Electricity. Okay, and it's what save?
Reflex.
That's a big one too.
Okay, Los has got because of treasure. Yeah, he's got his ring is evasion, I think now.
Nice.
So there's a chance. To do this. Yeah, he got a ring of evasion from a treasure pile.
Cool.
Hmm. All right. Reflex save. Sorry, I had DD open, not Los. 25 plus good hope. Haste is not running. 33.
33. Okay, you evade.
Oh!
Okay. Dugan, if you could roll a d8 for me.
3.
Okay.
Reflex save for that puppy.
as you're getting hit by a yellow beam as well.
Look out, buddy!
31.
31. You evade as well. And everybody's more than 8 hit dice.
Yep.
Okay.
Did you see where the cone came from?
It came from above in the dark cloud that's over top of this building. That was described.
Ah, you're fucking dead!
Okay. There is no response. What was weird about the spell casting, Los, is like you recognize the spell through like effects. It was very similar to how you cast spells when you want to be quiet, but spells still pop out. Okay. And the other spell effect goes off. No idea what it did. Dee Dee, something's going wrong around the corner.
Are we attacking? We're attacking? We're being attacked. Okay.
Elmo's World. Ta-da-ta-da.
We want to get in there quickly. So I think Dee Dee will burn a haste this time. Bard Song is a free as she ding, hits her little shield and starts the kazoo.
Okay.
And then she'll burn a 3rd level Bard Song to give this group at least haste. It's 2 actions. She's going to flutter forward hastily. I have to check her speed. Yeah, she's got 60, so she flutters forward. And does she see anything?
What are her senses?
Low light vision.
Okay. You see a remnants of rainbows spreading up from here. You can kind of see up towards the center of this dark cloud above this destroyed palace, or this destroyed what would you call it? Heritage site for Fae.
Okay.
This dark cloud above. The dark
Now,
cloud is very dark.
Los understands what a prismatic spray is, right?
Yes.
So he knows it's a 60-foot cone or a 30-foot cone.
It is a 60-foot cone.
Does he understand where the
You know how to pinpoint you know where the cone came from.
All right, Los is yelling out loud and in the telepathic bond that the cone came from X number of feet above his head. Like he's pointing at where the cone came from.
Okay.
Dee Dee, Bard Song does a free. She cast haste. It's 2 actions. She moved. She's got a haste attack. Dee Dee's going to throw a Hail Mary sleep arrow into the area where Los is pointing.
Okay.
She's targeting the square where the cone began, basically.
Okay.
Effectively blindly.
Yep.
I'll show you colors.
Yeah.
All right. Probably the second range increment. Yep. -2. AC 44.
Okay. Roll a percentile.
2 on a D2.
Okay. I'm going to roll a d20 and add a number. Okay. I need to see.
You actually hit.
It actually hit.
I think I got something.
Road fair.
The will save on her on her sleep if it needs to make a save. We don't know what this thing is.
It doesn't. No, this does not sleep.
Alright, would have been DC 29.
Yep. That would have been a bad time. It doesn't sleep. Yeah, but you definitely have the sense that your arrow hit a thing.
Something's up there. I heard it poof.
Okay. Grippa's ghost.
Come on out, buddy! Gonna pop out. It's up there somewhere, bud! Flies up.
Okay. Right. What are his senses?
Goes. Grippa's ghost got dark vision, 60 feet, low light vision, and scent.
Okay.
Do we also have seen Viz up, right?
Some of us do, some of us don't. Grippa does not.
Okay. Give me a perception check for Grippa.
Sure. $39.
39. Okay. Did cast.
Not including anything for scent or anything like that.
Yeah. Scent wouldn't apply. So that would be a minus. So roll a there's a 50-50. A 2 on a D2. You find the right space. Okay. Yeah, you think you found where the arrow landed, but you don't see a thing. You don't smell anything either, but Grippa's pretty certain it's there. It's
Okay,
bigger
well,
than he is.
how many actions did it take him to narrow this down? He flies up 40.
D3 plus 1, and if it's anything more than 3, it was all of them. It was just...
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so you found it. He knows, he's located the thing.
He's barking at that square, basically.
Yep.
I think you found something.
Okay. Mr. Schmurf. Somebody tried to send you to another plane while being insane and dead. It was quite rude.
Pinky is going to fly up stealthily, fast stealth, up to where he can hear the commotion.
What is your stealth against things that don't use eyes?
It would be 10. Well, it depends on what they do use. Well, I'm flying, so unless they got tremor sense in the air, it's basically minus 10.
Minus 10? Okay, cool.
So,
Okay.
I'm going to assume this creature has a sense. So
There's some sort of method to,
yeah. So with the penalties, 54.
With the penalties, 54. Okay, understood. Okay. What are your senses are dark vision? Did you have see invisibility up?
Yeah, I got a permanent see invisibility.
Okay. As you get into this cloud above you, your dark vision can't see through it. It's just this really dark soup, but you know where you're going. How close do you want to get? You have to be within 5 feet to see them.
He'll till he can see something, basically.
Okay. In the cloud, there's this horrific-looking fey angel of death that is partially in this realm, partially in another. It has glowing eyes, 4 glowing eyes, and wings and long-clawed hands and a malevolent look.
That's a fae.
That's fey.
Oh, God.
Delicious.
You're about there, and it's looking at
Sounds
you.
like delicious.
Tell Capra to hurry up.
Yeah, we'll just,
So Oh, so Dugan's there,
Yeah.
and you
Yep.
can see it.
Yeah, if it was any further back, it's in you just wouldn't see it from the darkness.
All right. We'll just we'll hang tight there till someone else gets here. So I'm not taking that full round attack.
Gripper will take the full round.
That's right. That's what cohorts are for.
That's fine. Gripper's a big boy. He punches higher than his weight class.
Would you like to join the Fey Council, sir?
Are you just gonna do anything?
Yeah, I think we'll wait till someone else gets up here. I'm not. Me and Grip, I think it's no, it won't go well.
Okay, Crackle.
Prismatic spray launcher? No.
You are not going to get away with that, you evil being. Flies up. I don't know how far he gets, but flies up to where the hell.
The easiest way to find out would be to follow the sound of Grip being pissed off.
Yep, get to that. I am coming, Creeper.
Can I ready an attack for when someone gets up here?
Yeah, you can ready an attack. Okay. Crackle. What are your?
How high is it?
Do you have see invisibility?
Permanent, yeah.
Permanent see invisibility. Okay.
Ching!
Yeah, we gave our scouts some good senses, I think.
So you can see it. You have to be within 10 feet to see it in the shadows. So you're effectively somewhere like there if you're flying directly towards it.
Yep.
You
Continue
are
to
below it. You're not. There's no +1 from above. I'm just confirming its reach. Okay. It doesn't like the look of you. It makes like
No idea.
deathly little noise. It doesn't look like it can make noise.
I close the distance.
There's
Acrobatics.
some nasty ICR Fey.
Acrobatics on this puppy.
These things might have been in Pathfinder Kingmaker, but everything dies so quickly that you don't really get a sense as to what they do. They're either killing you or you're killing them. There's no like, it's doing something weird.
Acrobatics is not working out, so it's gonna get his AOO. I assume it has reach.
No, you did your little tumble. Maybe
I rolled a 29.
Maybe
rolled
it's
a 1.
not very good at this. It doesn't do anything to. It doesn't take an AOO.
Are we hasted?
No.
Right. Okay. Nothing's up, right? No Bard song or anything
No,
like that?
did he
Bard
Bard
song
song?
is up.
You didn't hear me tooting?
He tooted his.
Oh yeah.
He scooted his toot and everything.
No, +4 Bard song. Good hope. Still
Nice.
going.
I didn't get the original.
Oh, that's right.
35. So 30. So no, haste 4, which is 35. Right on. Okay, so Grackle's gonna do 2 attacks. Sec, buddy. 53 and 42. Is this thing critable?
This thing is not critable.
Okay. 7 plus. It'd be 37s in my second attack. Sorry.
37.
Yeah.
Okay. Against the second attack, it's going to do a weird flying maneuver.
Okay.
Apparently, you just
Look what you
short
did.
misses.
Look what you did, Marty.
I didn't do anything. Like you guys haven't picked wonky powers that have been used against us. Wait till the whole Tetsubo wielding.
The old Tetsubo Merilith shows up.
That's what my
Tetsubo lith.
Did the creature move back 5 feet?
No, it just
Because I was up. I have to be up next to it to do my attacks.
Okay, it will take its AOO then.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I close the distance.
Yeah. It'll get you one. Okay. It is. Okay. All right. AC 32. No, not the best fighter. Okay. Yep. Okay. So it has DR. Well, so you strike it once, it counts as an ethereal creature.
I have Ghost Touch.
You have Ghost Touch on your blade.
Yep, Heartseeker, Ghost Touch.
Okay.
Impact.
Then full damage.
Yeah. Does it take precision?
No.
Okay.
I think it might have done half damage with those elemental attacks from unless it went ethereal
30.
after it.
2.
It's fun. It's going to play with both.
2d6.
It really was
like Los can't learn fireball because it's constantly doing half damage with a fireball.
It's poopy. Yeah.
Is this thing a mythic creature?
This one is.
Okay, so I don't sneak. I don't know if it's even sneakable. Can it take wisdom damage?
This
I
can.
think you have to be able to sneak it to get the wisdom damage.
Oh, yes, I didn't sneak. You're right. Sorry. 38.
38 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
It takes the 38.
This is going to be a long day.
Yeah, you knock some of the stuff away from it. And your weapon is
+5.
+5?
Yeah.
Okay, so the DR does actually apply, so 28.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. The Los.
This is a Mort problem.
Well, sounds like we got some fun up there.
Number 2, get your ass up here.
Who, me?
That's you. You're number 2. I'm number 1.
You're on number 2. He's number 3.
Who's number 2 work for?
You're stupid.
Age ourselves, but it's a joke that's 20
Okay,
years
Los
old.
is going to spend a move to get up there to see what the hell's going on. He has see Invis running. Does he see this thing?
You have See Invis. You have a See Invis running.
Yep.
You do not. Sorry, Dugan does have See Invis. So you see this thing, yes. You see this thing, Los. It looks like it's partially in the ethereal, partially in the real, and it's habitating them more. How would you call it? It is more used to this habitants than you are.
Sorry, I was reading a spell. Say that again.
So it appears to be in both the ethereal and the material, or wherever you are, in a way that is more natural than you.
You bastard! Dare you be better at this than me? Can I get a ruling on the spell Force Cage? Does it need to be on the ground, or can I cast this in the air?
Can you force cage a flying creature? Is the question.
Yeah.
A barred cage or windowless cell, range close. They extend into the ethereal, blocking ethereal travel. Son of a bitch. The effects of this spell do not move if on a vehicle, unless specifically anchored to the vehicle. Otherwise, a vehicle running into the effect makes a ramming maneuver.